let's talk about cantering your gaited horse. Should you do it, and how do you get a better canter? Okay, hope you guys are having a good week. I get asked this question a lot, and I know other people ask on Gaited Horse forums and groups on Facebook, is cantering my gaited horse bad for his gait? I'm going to tell you no, it's not. It's actually usually beneficial, but something to keep in mind, my one rule with cantering gaited horses is that I always ask for the canter from the walk. Let me say it again, I ask for the canter from the walk. So basically, it's a walk to canter transition. Well, that's how it should be ideally. A lot of times there's some pacing, trotting, gaiting steps in between, but your goal is to go from walk canter. Now, a lot of people say, well, why do you say that? Well, I say that because if you're riding your gaited horses and you're trying to gait fast at all, a lot of them will start getting this little hitch in their gait, or they go straight to the canter rather than staying in gait. And I want to avoid that. My goal is to get the gaited horses to canter on cue and to stay in gait when we ask them and not break to that canter. I mean, I love cantering gaited horses. I'm going to show you here. This is a horse with a nice canter, but it's slightly pacey. Gaited horses can have really nice canters, but some of them have very choppy canters, which leads us to the next question. The next question is, my horse has a terrible canter. How do I help it get better? That's what I get asked a lot too. Now, this is not something that if you're a scared rider or you're not a very confident rider or don't have a lot of balance in the saddle, this may be hard for you depending on what your horse does. If you feel like you're going to get thrown out of the saddle when your horse canters, this may be something to ask a professional for help with. Again, you know your horse, you know your riding ability, so please stay safe. But here's what we do. A lot of horses that are cantering badly are often very pacey, and they do what's called a pace lope or a pace canter. Basically, they stay very lateral. It means their legs, like how they pace, which is the two legs on the one side moving together, a lot of times they keep that very lateral movement instead of having a 3-beat gait, 1, 2, 3. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's sloppy and bouncy and all over the place. Part of that is because they're not very balanced, or some of them aren't very balanced. If you have one with a bad canter, they aren't that balanced. So what can you do? Well, head down, first of all, just like we talked about. Second, you can see if you can get him to trot over ground poles or logs, because trotting with the head down is building that diagonal gait, not lateral gait, which will help the canter also. If the transitions are hard for your horse, like he's not getting it, first take him over a small jump, like a foot high or 2 feet high, walk up, and then right before you get there, ask for a big burst of energy so that they're now cantering as they jump over it. Once they get good at that, you can just put a log or a ground pole on the ground and ask them for that transition over that. We worked with a gaited horse about a month ago at a clinic. We worked on canter transitions, and she did awesome. And we would do it over the pole at first, and then we were able to do it without the pole. Also, I have a digital download available on my website about intro to cantering gaited horses, and I'm gonna have a link in the description below, and you can go there and watch how I show some horses cantering, show some of the things I did to get a good canter. It's going to give you more information. Again, if you buy that video, it helps me be able to make more videos like these for you. If I missed anything, feel free to comment below, ask questions, and if I have enough questions or I missed enough stuff, I will make another video for you guys. So thanks so much for watching. Subscribe so I know you're seeing my videos, and go ahead and have fun cantering that gaited horse.